everyone, my name is SiC and welcome back to Dyson Sphere program. Today will be episode 10 I think, which is quite a lot. We have been playing this save game for 7 hours and 17 minutes by now, and we just finished the X-ray cracking technology, which can crack refined oil into hydrogen and obtain energetic graphite as a byproduct. Now our problem here for the moment is, we're not making enough of either of those things, but it's kind of like a loop, I guess, that we can make. If we have too much refined oil, we could help turn that refined oil into hydrogen, which we before now needed more, but as you can see, we really don't have enough of either right now. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we get more oil production going. And we can do that if we find another oil seep. Now, I haven't seen one around in the neighborhood, unfortunately. And let's see, first of all, of course, we need to be able to make an oil extractor. We have the materials to make one of those, or several of those, but for now I think we only need one. We have a crude oil seep over there, but it's quite far away. I'm really hoping that we will find something a lot closer by. But for now it doesn't really seem like it. Copper veins, iron veins, all that is nice, but not what we need. We have a crude oil seep over here. Now this might have to do. It's close to our other production facilities, so that should be okay. We can hook that up to the power, of course. We'll have one over here, and I guess, well, just this one pylon can be enough, because then we can use that one to power up. Come on. Alright, let's build this first then. We'll build this right next to it. And that should power it, I think. Yep, there we go. Now, do we want to transform this or make this separately from this one, or do we want to take it over here? Like, this one is producing at a kind of steady clip. This is producing 2.10 per second. This produces 1.94 per second, so it's a little bit slower. I think it might be the best to hook it up to this existing line, because this is kind of, these need to be fed a little bit more as well. So that is something that we can do. I guess we will go around that side. Let's have a quick look at where we're going. We're going to go past these iron ore veins. We're going to go over here. I guess over to the left. No, not over to the left. We will go over here. And then we're going to hook it up onto this area right there. Alright, so I'm going to set that up and I'll see you guys in a second. I just forgot we need to set something else up for research actually, and one of the things we need, well, we need high efficiency logistics system, so we will research that and then we can move on to planetary logistics system, which we might be able to use to bring some more iron ore over to where we need it. Or not iron ore, well, we could use it to transport any ore really, of course. But what I meant to say there is that we could use it to transport oil to our oil smelting area, instead of having to drag a belt all the way out there. Now, also another thing I'm noticing is we are down to the last bit of titanium that we have, as this belt is completely full up to this point, but then nothing new is coming. So that is something to keep in mind as well. Also, we have stopped getting silicone, though of course we are still making some silicone over here, which we could turn into more production here as well, because I don't think we need to save it up for anything, but oh well. Anyway, see you guys in another second. Alright, so this is now set up to work properly, and it is time to expand the production a little bit, because we need a lot more. Now, high efficiency research is done, so we got faster belts, faster sorters, and we got a bigger storage. None of which we are going to use right now. So for planetary logistics system, we require thruster. Alright, we have thrusters down here somewhere, if I remember correctly. Hydrogen fuel rod, thruster. So now it's time to research that one. And for that we will need hydrogen and titanium. So definitely we need to expand our oil production by quite a significant margin. Now I think we can do these 4 along this side and just hook it up to the existing system. I think that will work nicely. So we'll place one down here. We'll leave a little bit of space in the middle, of course. I think one more space like that. Looks okay. Of course, we will need to hook all of this up to the power. And then we need to have a look. We need to have inserters, of course, on all of these. There we go. Now we will not set a system quite yet. Let's have a quick little look. We can go out with one item on this side and out with the other item on that side. So we can go over here. I guess we will start with a belt right about there. And this is the raw oil. That is not great. Well, actually we can hook it up to this line. Alright, so what we will do is we'll go over here and then we'll hook it up to here. Of course we will need to have some entrances from the other production facilities. There we go. Hook that up, hook that up, hook that up, and hook this up. Now this is going to do the refined oil on all of these. We really need to do something about our power production as well. I said this one? Yeah, I said all of them. And the other things can go out the other side. So I guess, well, we could even output it directly from this one place. I'm not sure how I want to reroute this, but we could just use this area to output onto that belt. And that's going to be just fine. Now we have run out of power again. That is super annoying. It's a thing that just keeps bothering me. It's not great. Just need this guy to build this thing and I can charge. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a second when this is all finished. Alright, so I hooked up the hydrogen as well, and now our production has pretty much doubled. Not quite, actually. We would need a 5th because we have this other oil refinery right there, which we might still do in the future, but let's have a good look at how we are doing in terms of production now. We got quite a bit of light oil. I do think we could even use another 4 of these guys, probably, and we could even hook them up over here. We might actually do that right now as well. I have enough materials to make 4 light refineries. I can get the materials to make another 2, because we are making these things automatically, though we are stacking them up here to make these poles that can also power mecha. But anyway, we'll empty this little slot and then we'll grab what is inside of here, and then we can make another 2 oil refineries. You could actually go for 4, but I think that might be a little bit too much for now. Anyway, I will copy this setup again on this side and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, so that system is now set up. We now have 13 oil refineries all producing pretty much full speed. We need to have another research done. We need to research thruster, which seems like a thing we could automate pretty easily. We need steel, which we are already producing at maximum capacity, and we need copper, which is very easily produced as well. Also, we have a lot of yellow signs and blue signs backed up right now. Red is still coming in, however it is a little bit slower, except now this will also be manufacturing at full speed, which is great. These guys will now be researching at full speed as well. However, we need quite a bit, so it's going to take us some time. So what else is there to do for us right now? Actually, let me just stand here so that we can continue charging. We need to automate some things, some other things. We have everything for yellow sign, so that is not a priority right now. We have the particle container. Now, I don't know when we are going to need this. It is something we could automate because we are making all of the things required. We are automating processors, I believe, which is something we need to check. But I'm pretty sure. Actually, let me just check really quick. I pressed the wrong button there. I wanted to actually check and not back out of it again immediately. Processors, like here we are making the advanced engines or whatever. And actually this engine is no longer, or this single one is no longer enough to produce the stuff we need to have a continuous production of those things. So that is something we need to increase as well. Now we are making a bunch of things. We are making the diamonds over here. We are making, these are diamonds. We are making the other thing over there. We have steel being made over here. We are making these things automatically, and that is something we need for the processors. And the processors we are also going to need several of. So we need circuit boards, and we need microcrystalline components, which we are automatically producing. Of course, we need silicon for that, but we don't have an automatic source of that right now. We need to bring it in off of the planet, unfortunately. However, we could start automating the production of this stuff. All we need right now is that stuff and green computer chips. Now, if we have iron nearby, but we have this iron patch nearby, we still have this supply of copper. We can use those things. And this one, well, we have a supply of stuff here that we can use. This is not being mined right now, so that is something we could put a miner next to. It's going to take a little bit off of some other items as well, but that is going to be fine. All right, and of course you will have to. It doesn't quite work. And with that, the whole facility just stops working. There we go. Put it back into position. Now we need to then smelt this, so we can actually go ahead and make some smelters over here. We'll also need a splitter. So splitter, we will take 2 smelters. Alright, and then the smelters will be in line with the other things. So for now, let's hook this up. This is going to continue over here and input directly into that one. We'll leave this open for expansion, and so that we can put another smelter there should we need it. This will work. We'll put power production. This is going to make the iron ingots, which then needs to be output somewhere else. We'll go in the middle here, because we can. We'll go here, we'll go up, down. We will need another splitter, because I want to split off some of this copper, and then we can have a little production of the green computer chips right there, and then we can automate the other production of the thing that we actually wanted to make, and that is in the way again, which is unfortunate. Actually, let me stand right there. Still colliding, interesting. There then. We'll make it work. We'll go here, and I guess we will go up to here. This will go up to there, and I guess we will need some fabricators, and then we'll get 2 more to make the computer chips. All of these things are all stuff we need for the next tier of things. So it's important that we automate these processes. Now, this is not the scale that we eventually want them to be, but in reality we could dedicate entire planets to producing just the one thing, which is kind of crazy. Alright, we'll put one over here, we will put one over there. I guess then in reality we don't need this to go all the way there. We'll input, inputs, inputs, inputs. And this will be producing the circuit boards. So we are getting into a nice little pace now, which is great. And of course this needs to be put out, so we'll go in that direction. And again, we have a little bit space here left so that we can increase the production of this stuff. I don't think we are going to need that anytime soon, but who knows. Alright, and we can actually go along this side. We'll go here, we'll go up until we reach right there, and then we'll go down again. Of course, we have to remove that little one. And we can keep following the existing belt, which we'll bring over here. And then, well, this needs to keep going, so that we can expand this production a little bit more as well. And actually I think what we want to do here is we will get some more smelters, and we'll smelt this stuff up in as well. I want to get rid of this manually so that we have some fuel to burn, because we keep needing to. We'll put this one here, put that one there. I guess we'll also put another one of these charging stations, because they are extremely useful. You will put out onto here, you'll put out onto there, and you'll put out onto there. Just works, which is great. You will also be making silicone. And of course we will need power. Alright, so now we have a little bit of extra silicone coming in. We do have quite a lot of this stuff stored up. Not quite as much as I thought we would have, but oh well. Alright, then we need to produce the other stuff, which I guess we will produce right here. Expand by another one. We will turn this one up to there, and then we'll go this one there up to there, and then we need to produce some more of these inserters, which are not inserters, I know, but I will keep calling them that because that is what they are to me. We'll put this in over here, there we go. Of course we will need power, we will need storage. I've been playing a lot of StarCraft 2 recently, and I think it's been increasing my actions per minute, because I do quite a lot. Now what is going wrong here? Why are you not producing? Ah. Yes. Obvious. Problem is obvious. We need we need inserters over there as well. There we go. So then we will have this stuff, and you guys will be making processors, which we will put into storage right about there. There we go. So the production of this definitely needs to be increased, but I don't know how fast this is going to run once we get a proper amount of silicon coming in automatically. And again, this is a nice-ish place. Well, not right there, I guess. Maybe on the other side. Power keeps being a problem. We'll put one down right there. Alright, so now we have automated the processing units, which we are going to need, because if you take a look at research, I think that, for example, the planetary logistics system, we need 40 processing units, we need 40 titanium, 40 steel, and we need 20 of those. There we go, that's what we needed them for. That's another thing to automate, which we can actually do. We have copper, we have the electromagnetic turbines, and we have the graphene, which we are automatically producing already. So that is good stuff. We need this. This can keep producing on the background, and this seems to be going pretty quickly. That is good news. Alright. Yeah, so we need to automate the other thing. Now, I don't know for how long we've been playing at this point. I fixed the whole oil situation. Of course, that took some time, but I skipped in between. We did this pretty quickly as well. We can just have a look over in this direction where we are making the graphene. Now, I don't know if we have copper nearby. That would be very useful indeed. So if we take a landing over here, we'll stand next to the tower to charge, and now let's have a look. We'll turn on the vein distribution. We have not a crude oil seep over here. Actually, that would have been much closer. Oh well, 3 more over there, another one over here, so we know where to go for crude oil next time. There's another 4 over here, another one over there. Plenty of oil on the planet. We have copper veins right there, next to our landing zone at the processors. The direction we just came from. We have copper over here. Oh, we could use a copper over here. We could actually make that stuff in here, I guess. Why not? Right, if we want to make the particle containers, what do we need to make them in? We need assemblers, alright, makes sense. We'll make 4 of those. What are all the things we need again? We need the graphene, we need the copper, which we'll make on site, and we need the electromagnetic turbines, which we will also be shoveling in from over here, I think. So yeah, let us see. We will put this little belt over here, and then we are going to make sure that we have access to this material right over there. Of course, we will need sorters in place. And of course, this is another thing that we can scale up in the future, and we probably will have to. Anyway, let me just quickly fly over here, because this is where we are making that stuff. I landed and then immediately have to go up again because I'm over water. Alright, so we'll make these guys as well. Definitely need to increase the production of the motors over here, or the engines, because that is nowhere near enough, clearly. But for now it will have to do. And again, I guess everywhere I go, I will just make a couple of these power towers, because we are going to need them in the end. So we go sideways here a little bit, and we can go over here. I wish we had some stuff around, like a lot of oil that I could put into my engines, because that would keep me going for a while. Actually, we have a lot of refined oil right there, so let me just pick up a bunch. We can make stacks of 20, so I guess we'll pick up 80 light oil, and then we'll put that in our storage in our engine. There we go. Put that in there. And actually, we have gone a little bit too far with that. And actually, let me just stand here again so we can charge extra quickly, because it is needed. We will go up. We will go down. We'll go around here. We'll go around... Well, actually, no, we're not going to go around here. We're going to go up. Down sideways just a little bit so we can follow along the length of that thing. And then I will see you guys in just a second as I finish building my little railroad over to where we need it to be. Alright, so we are close to the copper veins right now. I finished building our little railroad system over there. Well, not railroad, but a little highway of goods that we need. Now we need another set of ore. So we will put down a single mining machine, which is going to have to be enough. We'll go down this way. We will have some smelters, I guess, set up right here and here, which is going to make the copper ingots. And I don't know how much we'll need. I'm assuming this is going to be enough, but who really knows? Now, if we place one pylon over here, that should be enough to power all of this stuff. Nice. And then from here, of course, we will have to power or bring our materials over back in this direction. I think we will build it like that. That looks super cool actually. I kind of like the spherical look of things in this game. It's super cool. Anyway, of course we are going to have an output over here. We'll have an output over there. And now we need a couple more inputs for, well, actually 8, because we also need an output. And we will get storage as well. So we'll still do storage 1, I think, and I already have one as it turns out, so I will just make one extra. And that will have to do for us. Alright, so what I'm thinking of doing is I will put one storage here, and both of these can feed into that one, just single storage. And I'll place one right about there, and the other two can feed into that. So we need to have an input on each of these. This one will actually, you need this to be 1 tile longer, so we'll go here. Input here. Ah, man, that sucks. So if we move this one a little bit further, maybe. That's maybe too much. Like if I'm a little bit further away, it might be better. Who knows? The angles here is going to be a little bit weird. Like now it fits on that one. Actually, let's just have a quick look at this one. That works. So that's nice. We need inputs over there as well, so that's why we're not having any copper ore. Let me just fix that really quick. So what if we delete this one, and instead of that one we will get storage mark 2. I don't know. We'll have a look and see how that goes. It's going to be a little bit wider from the looks of it, so it might just fix a little problem here, because I do like the little setup. I would like to keep it. Thruster research is done. The logistics drones engine, the thruster, and now you can use logistics drones to transport cargo within the planet. So of course for that now we need to have planetary logistics system, but we still need some other things. Vertical construction level 1, I think that's in upgrades. Vertical construction right there, yeah, another 400 red cubes, so we will research that. I'm just going to quickly research all the things that we, oh look at that, actually that is still 3 inputs. Doesn't actually help us. So yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate, but oh well. I guess we'll just place a small one right about there, and we'll place a big one in the center there, I guess. It's not ideal. Oh, wrong button. Too far. Angle too wide, come on. Alright, we'll place that one there. Place this one here, and that should solve the problem. This will fit, that will fit. And now we have outputs, or inputs, and we can make these things that we will need. So it's not terribly slow actually. It's pretty good. Alright, anyway, that is going to be it for this video, I think, because we have been playing for some time. We've automated several items that are important to our nearby future. Definitely want to make another trip to the planet, to the lava planet, I think, because I am pretty sure we are going to need a lot more titanium to get there. We need to have some yellow research. After this, actually, we can have a look. What does it need? Actually, it doesn't require yellow research. Interstellar logistics systems requires 120, however. Logistics vessel, oh, that looks super cool. This is something else we need, so that's 80, so that's 200 yellow signs that we need already. Now, if we have a look at our research, we might actually have that here. And we can still make a little bit more, I suppose. So, who knows? We might be able to pull it off without another trip. I really do hope so, because that would be amazing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more. And I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.